This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Another season of EA Sports College Football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the North Texas Mean Green and the Florida Gators. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, this kind of matchup is always a challenge. Coach told me bringing a team in here on the road can be hard. He understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This top 25 team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Florida's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here comes a workhorse in this offense, Jaden Ball. It is on him. He's their best player to make this offense go.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that. Just plowing ahead. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the North Texas Mean Green sends out the offense, and they'll go on the attack for the first time. And here comes Taven Jackson. Everybody wants to make big plays, but he's got to take them when they're available and not force things. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab. It's Milner. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Milner. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Here's a give the ball. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll move the tight end. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Great place to start for this offense. The run inside. It's White. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. North Texas in the hurry up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Jackson will throw. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Run in the red zone, it's White. There's some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, North Texas. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Running inside, it's White. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's the pressure. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. North Texas will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Here's the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The unproductive first down completion now brings up second and long. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Ball. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Looking to fire. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Break. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When you're defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. When you've got a veteran behind center as they have, he has to produce more than he has in this one. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game, and it's cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind and then love to get something going here. North Texas in the hurry up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Keep it on the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. North Texas has it going to work with another first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Jukes his way for more. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. He's got 67 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Makes the grab. Runs through a tackle.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude
makes the grab in their space. Gets away from one, finds room. Continues. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. We've waited so long, and finally another season of college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the North Texas Mean Green and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the North Texas Mean Green offense takes the field, and they'll try to put together the first drive of the game. And we take a look at this junior transfer running back. He has become a key piece of this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed. He can break tackles. He can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. North Texas in the hurry up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Florida! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got a man. It's Reese. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
This time it's complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Jackson will throw. It's complete to the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32. North Texas in the hurry up. He wants to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. QB got it himself. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short. North Texas has it going to work with another first down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Right on target this time. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Zings it complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback.
And guys, that's not a surprise, is it? Watching tape coming into this football game, he can make things happen. He can run around you. He can run through you, just like you saw right there, break tackles. They will feature him early in this football game. They'll feature him often. He's one of their game breakers.
North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mean Green. The extra point here would tie the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Florida's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to get it through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful. And
they snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Handoff for Ball. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You can tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Looking for space. It's White. That'll move the chains. It'll be a 1st down for North Texas. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Tipton. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw it again. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Makes the grab and room to run. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Gator. The defense putting points on the board.
Well, the defense is winning this game, and they are helping out their own cause. That's the second time they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. You know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but you can't make mistakes against this unit, and it has absolutely killed this team early in this game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the North Texas sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. North Texas in the hurry-up. Jackson will throw. Firing to the right, complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
North Texas really has it going on offense.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Tipton. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Bringing the heat. He gets away. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And 3rd and inches, they go with the pass. I don't necessarily get it, but how about the pass rush, aggressively coming up the field, getting to the quarterback, stopping the play before it had a chance to get going.
He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Quarterback empties his backfield. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Back to pass. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a... Back down at the 44.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Looking for a deep man. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Jackson gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands. It's Tipton. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. North Texas in the hurry up. Back to the ground with the running back. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the... back.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Swings it out to his running back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to run for it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They'll run play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Motion from the wideout. There's it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Jackson will throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down. North Texas will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Gator! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Special team. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Spins away from the defense. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Tipton. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the head.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Louisiana taking on the number 11 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Ragin' Cajuns in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Now over to your game inside the Swamp. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the Swamp.
Thanks for that breakdown. North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Guys?
Thanks, Holly.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Mays. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
First carry of the season for this transfer. Maybe a crease. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Off the play fake on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll run it on the counter. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Jackson will throw. Finds his target down the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Using his legs, it's White. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
North Texas lining up, facing 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, North Texas.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him, right?
Maybe some room here. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Gators will hustle to the line. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Finds his man, it's Milner. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. North Texas, after that big play through the air, back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay after the chains.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They've gotten off to a great start with a season-opening victory. Let's take a look at what's on the schedule for next week. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. North Texas has it, going to work with another first down. Gives it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they take it in for 6 more points.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Trying to keep the drive alive. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st. Here's a little room there. Inside the touchdown, North Texas. Rolled his way into the end zone. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation.
Turning it on! He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Gators just just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Ball again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical.
And he's in! Touchdown, Florida! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Got his man on the outside. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man downfield. Runs through, man, and he might have some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into a locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Shakes off the defender. Brought down at the 33-yard line as as this defense gets a third down stop. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Looking for a gap. It's Pryor. Could be an alley. He's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gators! Beep, beep, beep. You know what that is? That's the garbage truck unloading the garbage time points right now.
And those garbage time points do count, though. You're still playing the game, keep fighting, but it is that time when it's over, and nobody's really paying attention. Nobody's listening to me, or you, Reese, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll... at the 16. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it.